In 2025, the Direct Selling Association Codes of Conduct were updated. In this video, I shall provide an overview of each individual code. Membership of the Direct Selling Association is only granted once potential companies have undergone our induction and audit process. During this period, a rigorous examination of an organisation's business practices, policies and processes are undertaken to check compliance with the Association's Code of Conduct. These codes outline our expectations of doing business with an association member company and reinforce consumer legislation. There are 4 key codes of practice, along with the Consumer Charter, which member companies must comply with: the Code of Business Conduct, the Seller Code of Conduct, the Direct-to-Consumer Code of Conduct, and the Affiliate Code of Conduct. Let's spend a little time understanding each code before looking at the Consumer Charter. The Code of Business Conduct is relevant to all member companies who are engaged in multi- or single-level direct selling. The code aims to provide the highest standards of consumer protection and covers purchases of any value and provides a robust, free complaints resolution service for additional peace of mind. Our members offer fantastic products and earning opportunities, and consumers are purchasing from independent sellers who believe in the products they are selling, with the support of multinational companies behind them. The Code of Business Conduct is very clear in describing acceptable business practices, and this includes recruitment. Aggressive, misleading or deceptive recruiting will not be tolerated, and all recruitment adverts must not make any unrepresentative or exaggerated earnings claims. We are a relationship business, and reputation is a key component of our ethical core. A realistic assessment of earnings potential is key to recruiting and retaining great direct sellers. It is better to gain a recruit with the truth and build a solid foundation with that person than to gain and lose one with a lie. The question which is important to all potential independent sellers is what investment will they have to make and continue to make. The Code of Business Conduct dictates that only appropriate investment is acceptable, and the purchasing of unreasonable amounts of product is forbidden. It is expected that all members regularly monitor their sellers to ensure that all purchases are of reasonable quantities for self-consumption, demonstration or onward sale. The Code of Business Conduct provides buyback and refund provisions, so there is no financial risk in deciding to start a direct selling business. If a contract is terminated within 14 days of being made, the code obliges the member to refund all money paid by the direct seller and buy back any unsold products or training materials. The code goes even further by saying that if the contract is terminated after 14 days, but within a year of it being made, then the member must buy back any unsold products, less up to 10% handling charge and commissions. Many of our member companies provide sales aids and promotional materials to assist their sellers in both selling and demonstrating their products. The Code of Business Conduct stipulates that although a member company may charge their sellers for such materials, they are forbidden to utilise this as a profit centre. This should give all new and existing sellers the peace of mind that support is available at a reasonable or zero cost. As I mentioned earlier, the Code of Business Conduct aims to reinforce general commercial legislation and therefore requires all member companies to adhere to rules around provision of a seller's contract, including, amongst other things, the termination rights and details of how earnings will be calculated. However, remember this is not an employment contract. Direct selling is a relationship business. You are shopping with and from family and friends who can demonstrate the products and who have been trained in explaining the benefits of the products to you, ensuring that you, as a consumer, receive a personalised service tailored to your needs. The Code of Business Conduct ensures the experience a consumer receives is not only risk-free but memorable and enjoyable, and it is further enhanced by the Seller Code of Conduct. The Seller Code of Conduct determines how independent direct sellers manage and run their own businesses to ensure that as an industry trade association, we can support them to the fullest in their business opportunity. The Seller Code of Conduct protects individual sellers from unethical business practices, from recruitment to retirement, as ultimately we want all direct sellers to be successful. Under the Seller Code of Conduct, our members are obliged to adequately train and educate their sellers in not only the products themselves, but in the way they are sold to consumers. We demand that our members ensure that there are no aggressive or misleading sales practices, and that products are described accurately with no false or exaggerated claims. We are advocates of fair selling, which means that all independent sellers must follow fair selling protocols by providing all relevant information prior to purchase, selling in a respectful manner, and ensuring the customer never feels under any obligation to purchase products. The Seller Code of Conduct obliges all sellers to ensure clear, legible order forms are given to consumers, and that these contain all the information a consumer needs to know, including the member company's name and address, the seller's details, and importantly, the right to cancellation. The law designates any contract of purchase can be cancelled within 14 days, so if you change your mind, you are perfectly within your rights just to cancel the contract. The Direct-to-Consumer Code of Conduct very much mirrors the Code of Business Conduct in relation to how our member companies sell and market to their consumers. It focuses on ethical advertising, refunds and guarantees, all of which are important in online purchasing transactions. As mentioned earlier, all codes have a robust complaint handling procedure administered by the code regulator, who is legally qualified and independent. The process is free for all sellers and consumers to access the code regulator. And the code regulator has a variety of sanctions that they can impose should any breaches be determined, including fining companies. The Affiliate Code of Conduct aims to regulate affiliate marketeers or sellers paid by member companies to advertise and to market either their products to consumers or their business opportunity to potential direct sellers. All affiliates must abide by the Advertising Standards Code, which the Affiliate Code mirrors. All affiliates should follow the code to ensure that members of the public are not to be misled into purchasing member company products or services. The Consumer Charter is an outward-facing commitment from the Direct Selling Association to all consumers who purchase products from our members and sellers. The Charter reinforces consumer legislation to give all consumers confidence when purchasing from an association member or seller. Integrity and reputation are key to the success of the direct selling industry. Members, sellers and consumers can all be assured that the Direct Selling Association Codes of Conduct will protect them by setting the standards to which we expect members and sellers to meet. They are there to protect individuals and the industry itself, ensuring both internally and externally we build direct selling businesses on solid, ethical foundations.